One Piece. Hey everybody, it's Tripl-L, and well, we got some spoilers. One Piece spoilers. They're text-only spoilers. It seems that it's coming from Yonko Productions, so we're just gonna very quickly chat about it and just get ready for the upcoming chapter, because this one's, it looks like it's gonna be leading into something that's exciting, but we'll have to see how the actual chapter plays out. So it's gonna be a split-up chapter. We're gonna be focusing on multiple fronts again. Not a big deal. Here's what we got. The chapter will open up with a flashback of Luffy and Rayleigh back on their training, and we'll have a bit of Rayleigh kind of explaining to Luffy that with color of observation, you can sort of kind of maybe see into the future a little bit. And then apparently, Rayleigh teaches Luffy something that he tries to use in the fight with Katakuri, culminating in Luffy hitting Katakuri. Now, I think it's really interesting that Oda keeps using this flashback. Like, it was cool the first time, but now I just feel like, Oda, you're just showing us little bits and pieces, and it just kind of feels like you're trying to justify every little thing that Luffy's gonna do before Luffy does it. And, like, you know, I really can't argue with it beyond a point, because if it was all planned, then it's all planned. But the way it's coming out, the delivery of it just seems like, you know, it was kind of odd. It was just kind of odd. So it's interesting to know Rayleigh knew about this technique to a point, meaning someone in his generation, if not him himself, knew how to do it, and now he at least taught Luffy the way to do it. But the fact that he's teaching it to Luffy, however, just makes it seem as though this is like something most people can kind of acquire, right? Like, that's the implication when you read that line. It feels like you're teaching him how to do something. So does that mean that most people could do it if they were taught? But then you remember, well, like, Luffy or Rayleigh also told him you kind of need to sharpen your hockey against other people's hockey. So it might be a thing where it doesn't matter if you know how to do it. If you're not challenged enough, it may not happen. Which, when you think about it, that's a really convenient way to lock power-ups that the character knows that they can get but can't unlock. Anyway, so that's Luffy's side. We then have a quick blurb about Big Mom's side, and now that she's super skinny. And then on the Straw Hat side, apparently the Straw Hats are trying to escape from Smoothie, and Smoothie is becoming the size of a giant. And this is the girl that has the juicer fruit. So what I can assume there, as long as he's not stepping in water, which, who knows, as long as he's not stepping in the ocean water, it's probably like one of her sisters. One of her sisters probably has some kind of devil fruit that can probably enlarge her. That's probably not going to be too crazy. Another thing we have is that Sanji and Pudding are going off on a rescue mission to go find Luffy. And this is like the most incredible part of the blurb. Hopefully this is true, considering it's coming from Yonko Productions. On the Oven side, Oven grabs a bunch of people, and I mean, like, he's making his allies, he's making a force to combat the Straw Hats, and we are introduced to 3 of the Charlotte family's children, one of which is the ex-Sweet Commander Snack. Now, I was under the impression that Snack was dead. I think that's the impression that most of us have. So that part's kind of weird. We'll have to see what actually happens in the chapter. I have an idea that could justify how this could happen, but I'm going to have to go and look back to find whether or not they actually said the guy was dead, because that was the implication, right? Anyway, on Luffy's side, this is where we get something, and it's that there is a Gear 4th Snake Man. So the reveal of Gear 4 having another form, that's not surprising. I think I do recall making a video about Gear 4th, and it was one talking about Tank Man and the Bounce Man differences, where I said I was open to the possibility of there being another Gear 4 form. Because when you looked at Tank Man, that was one that was capitalized on defense. When you looked at Bound Man or Bounce Man, that one at that point, I said it looked like it might have been more focused on mobility. And then I had, how did I reason that out? I think because bounce is like a movement. Anyway, not the point. We have Tank Man, we have Bounce Man, and now we have Snake Man, and that name might change. Snake already, though, seems like it will be, like, imagine a snake. Why would he call it a snake? Because snakes can reach things? I don't know. I had imagined that the next form would be a striking form, because I thought Bounce Man was a mobility form. So it'll be interesting to actually see what Snake Man's going to be, but we're not going to get most likely the image of Snake Man in the next chapter unless Oda ends it off with Luffy actually transforming into Snake Man. But we'll have to see. Hopefully this is a legit spoiler. Hopefully we'll get something pretty cool in this chapter. But those are the things that we're dealing with. The biggest things in the spoiler are definitely Commander Snack and the Snake Man form. Everything else you can kind of like whatever. But that's the spoilers, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what ideas you have. Let's get some ideas out there before we actually go into chapter 894. Oh, and as I was editing, it seemed more spoilers came out thanks to Yonko Productions. We'll just go quickly. They're giving us a bit more context. For instance, the issue with Rayleigh, we now have a bit more context. It's saying that Haki can sense the emotion of living things, so Luffy can feel Rayleigh's angers. That's pretty interesting. The one thing here is that Rayleigh foreshadowed or asked Luffy what would happen if he encountered someone that could see the future, and then his reply was apparently that it depends on what kind of person they are. And that's really interesting because right now Katakuri has just established his personhood, so that's a really funny line, all things considered. The update with Big Mom isn't too different. It's just her again we're being told that she is skinny, and then we have more context with the Charlotte family, specifically what kids are showing up on the island, that being the boys from 36 to 40 and the girls from 30 to 34. I assume that's the ordering in which they were born, maybe? So we have the names. We have the 33rd son Raisin, 35th son Yoon, if that's how you pronounce it, 32nd son Brownie, oh my words, 27th daughter Jorgen, and Snack, the 25th son. So there we go. Everyone's showing up there. You know, just hearing that, like Big Mom amassing her forces like this, all it seems is that this is just going to be one giant cluster heck of a moment where everyone's going to be surprised at something crazy that Luffy's going to do. I think, yeah, something just giant's going to happen and Luffy's going to get away scot-free. Who knows what's going to... Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, yeah, that's definitely all the spoilers we got now. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Till next time. Have a good day.